This is episode 2108 of your daily meditation podcast. I'm Mary Meckley, and I welcome you to day 6 of our series this week. We are exploring the theme of truth. We're following along with the Yoga Sutras from Patanjali, an ancient sage who wrote a book about how to live your life according to the principles of yoga, unity. And this is the second yama, satya, which has to do with truth. In last week's series, we explored the first yama, which was non-violence, non-harm in regard to your thoughts, your actions, and your words. So this week has been all about truth. And in today's episode, you're going to layer together the different meditation techniques that you've explored all week long. And this is what I do every time I sit down and meditate. I don't close my eyes and instantly I'm sitting in inner stillness. It takes some time to transition from what you were doing before you sat down to meditate to a state of real stillness within, where you can let go of your thoughts and your mind and body are calm and your heart is open. So the meditation techniques calm your mind and body so you can feel this inner stillness. So as you get ready to meditate, I want to share with you a little insight today in regard to the second yama of truth. I also want to mention that if you'd like the full 30-minute guided meditations, you can try my Sip and Om meditation app, which is 2 weeks free for you. You get access to over 2,000 guided 30-minute meditations. So if you're ready for the next level of meditation, that's a nice place for you to start. You also get a guide with all the techniques each week and a journal. It's a truthfulness journal for this week. So now, as you consider truth in your own life, I want to share with you a question that I received from a fellow meditator who meditates right along with you each day here on the podcast. And she asked me if I could talk about bullies. She wanted to know what to do when you're being bullied. Or, as she says, when truth is constantly moving, when it's a moving target. So I'm not really sure what that could mean when the truth is constantly moving. I imagine this may have to do, which is so often the case with truth, is that sometimes we don't know what's really true. Truth can change from 1 minute to the next. So I want to share with you a little insight from the book called Demystifying Patanjali. And this is a book written by Swami Kriyananda, who was a direct disciple or student of Paramhansa Yogananda, who wrote the famous classic autobiography of a yogi. This book, Autobiography of a Yogi, is the only thing that was on Steve Jobs' phone, apparently. If I have that right, I remember reading about that and thinking that was pretty interesting. He spent time in India and became familiar with Paramhansa Yogananda's teachings, but Paramhansa Yogananda actually came to the United States and spent his life, the latter part of his life, teaching about yoga and meditation to Westerners, which he believed was his unique mission because he felt like Westerners would really bring yoga and meditation to that next level because of our energy. He felt the energy of the West was so dynamic that it would breathe new life into these ancient traditions. And if you look around, especially on Instagram, you find yoga and meditation everywhere. And here you are on a meditation podcast. And thank goodness we have these rituals, especially during these times we're living. So I really appreciate the listener who shared this question about how to handle bullies or bullying in regard to the second yama of satya, truth. And know that you're welcome to reach out to me anytime to ask me any kind of question. You can go to Sip and Om Facebook page or my Instagram account and send me a direct message. You can also go to my website and go to my contacts and ask me a question there. So here's what I found on page 88 of Demystifying Patanjali. This, again, is according to the teachings of Paramhansa Yogananda. His perception of Patanjali's teachings. Pain and suffering are a part of everyone's life. The fact that they have normally been experienced by saints and seekers all over the world may be scoffed at by yoga enthusiasts. Yoga, they may insist, should prevent you from having to endure pain. Certainly it is true that Hatha Yoga is a cure for many ailments. However, it's also important to study Swadhyaya, which is a necessary yoga practice. And what it translates to mean is studying the scriptures. Swa means self. Introspection, then, is the true meaning of this word. One may study the scriptures until the cows come home, but if he doesn't live according to their teachings, he might as well be reading a magazine. What he reads in the scriptures, he should apply to his own life by deep introspection. If someone tries to hurt you, ask yourself what you might have done to attract this ill will. The first thing is to watch your own reactions. If your reactions to life are right, everything will flow smoothly. You will not obtrude your ego onto everything, thereby distorting your perception of reality. The first and most important thing on the spiritual path is to overcome all attachment to ego. If someone slights you publicly, then be grateful in your heart for his reminder that you are not important in the great scheme of things, and that your real task is to live through your actions your own truth. This will improve your spiritual progress. So what I find in this reading is that when somebody insults you, for example, or is bullying you, or lying about you, deceiving you, betraying you, whatever it might be, think about if there's any truth in regard to you as a cause or attracting this kind of ill will. Many times, this is not the case, though. You may simply have shown up somewhere at the wrong place at the wrong time, for example. But if you choose how you will live your truth, regardless of whatever happens to you, bringing in the first yama of non-violence, non-harm in your thoughts, your actions, and your words. If you can think about what you can do to calm your thoughts and your emotions, I think you will find that there's deep meaning in regard to the difficult experiences in our lives. They require us to be deeply introspective about how we want to live our life, how we want to respond when someone's unkind. Do we want to lash out and increase the violence? Or do we want to stop our part in destruction and bring peace and calm to a situation? Even if it doesn't improve the situation, you are still staying true to your values and to who you are. So as you get ready to meditate today, settle yourself down with a straight spine as always, making sure your body is comfortable, and close your eyes. Slightly elevate your eyes upward. You'll instantly feel a little shift in your mood. And now begin to notice your breath with each inhale and exhale. You could place your hand in the Ushas Mudra, intertwining your fingers together and placing your left thumb over your right thumb. Placing your hand there in your lap. This helps with mental clarity. Become very clear about your truth. Mentally affirm, I listen to my inner truth. I listen to my inner truth. Bring your awareness to your fifth chakra at your throat. The quality is inner truth. How do you show up to others? Do you walk your talk? Are you living your life according to your inner truth? You could visualize the deep blue color of indigo surrounding you, supporting you on your truth quest this week. Noticing your own truth and noticing truth in others. Many times we don't need to speak our truth. We simply have to live it through our actions. As you inhale, calm your thoughts. And as you exhale, listen to your truth. Continue with this breathing technique, focusing on someone or some situation that may have hurt you or harmed you, and consciously allow yourself to continue to live your truth, even in the midst of emotional or even physical pain. Continue seated, reflecting, and then at some point, let go of your thoughts and allow yourself to sit in stillness. You are so worth slowing down for.